Hey ladies, so if you're watching this, you want to get results like my clients over here. Shaping up that hourglass body, but you're a little bit confused of what to do in the gym. So what I'm about to show you right now is one of the workouts that I get all my ladies to get started on, and it honestly builds such great foundations and builds great glutes, tones up arms, but also helps you build the confidence to get into the gym. Now trust me when I say, follow it to a T, because if you try and make changes, you've just completely changed the program. Now I'm going to show you the workout right now, but make sure you watch all the way to the end so you know how this program works and how it's going to change your life for the next 30 days. I hope you enjoy this one. So let's get started with the warm-up. This warm-up here is called the world's greatest stretch, where I'm going to put my left foot forward, my right hand on the floor, and I'm going to swing through and stretch through my left arm. What I'm aiming to do is open up my hips, but also open up my chest and also my middle back as well. If you want to make it harder, you can aim to have your elbow try and reach the floor instead. And just on the side view, what we're trying to do is make our chest face the wall to our right or to the side that you're swinging through. I want you to aim for somewhere between 10 to 12 reps on each side. Now the second part here is called a cat-camel. We're going to get to all fours, and all we're going to do is push our bum back and chin into our chest, going up and down. Now don't ask me which side is the cat and which side is the camel, but we're going to aim for 12 reps with this exercise as well. Last but not least, we've got some glute bridges. With these glute bridges, we're going to make sure our heels are underneath our knees, toes slightly out, and we're going to squeeze our butt cheeks as hard as we can, making sure that they are ready to get trained for our first movement, which is our squats. Now what I'm going to show you next is completely optional, but this is great for squat warm-ups where you just hold on to something and open up your hips, rotating through. I'm literally just playing around but getting my hips ready for this movement here, which is what we call our hack squat on the Smith machine. Now don't freak out, I'm going to show you how to do this exercise and also something that you can replace it with if you do not feel ready. So the first thing we have to do is set the bar in the correct area. It's not going to sit on the top of your neck, but actually on the meaty part of your back. We're then going to unlatch the machine, twisting our arm as I've shown you right there. Foot positioning is super important. We want to first start toes facing forward, hip width apart. And then we're going to twist our toes outwards so we can open up our hips so we can go a little bit deeper. Now it's time to squat. So you're going to take a nice deep breath like you're going underwater and hold it. You want to go as low as you feel comfortable, pushing the knees out as you go lower so your hips can actually fall through. There's a few things you need to realize. Notice that I'm opening my hips as I go down. I'm taking a deep breath and taking 3 seconds on the way down with a 1 second pause at the bottom. This is going to help you feel the actual muscles work and also help you with posture too. So make sure you take into note the tempo that we're working with. Now if you can't get low, you can always elevate your heels using plates like I'm about to show you right now. You're still going to have your toes facing forward, but this is going to allow you to go deeper into your squats so that you can actually work your glutes a lot more effectively than going half reps. Now, if you feel like you cannot do this exercise, grab a dumbbell like I'm showing you right now, and I still want you to take the same mechanics. Toes facing slightly outwards, hip width apart if not a little bit wider. 3 seconds on the way down, and open your hips as you go down into the squat. The bottom position is where you're going to target those glutes, but this is going to help you practice that mechanics to squat more effectively. Now I forgot to say all sets and reps are going to be at the end of this video, if not also in the description box. Anyway, the next exercise we've got is our walking lunges like I'm showing you right now. Now here's a really fucking common mistake when people do lunges. They take a step directly in front and lose balance and find that it's really hard. So what I want you to do instead is take a step outwards, broadening out your stance, and that way you can actually get your reps done. Now from the side view, this isn't a wrong lunge, but if you want to grow great glutes, we're going to make it more effective. And this is how we're going to change it up. Instead of going all the way upright, we're going to make sure those dumbbells are in line with the shoelaces on our shoes, but also our torso is slightly leaning forward more. This way it targets our glutes a lot more with every single lunge that you do. Now if you can't lunge, you can always do the static split squat, holding onto something for support and leaning forward still, and we're putting all that pressure into the front foot so that glute and also those thighs are working hard. So our next exercise now is going to target the back of the arms as well as our shoulders and our chest. These are going to be called the incline chest press. So we're going to grab a bench just like this, and we're going to sort it to be the incline height, which is roughly 2 clicks from being completely flat. This is going to be the height we're working with. So lying down, we're going to grab our dumbbells. We're going to come all the way down into that nice 3 seconds on the way down, pausing at the bottom for 1 second, and notice the angle of my elbows. We don't want it to be at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock angles, but instead we want it to be close to the body like I'm showing you right now. At the top from the side view, we want to make sure the dumbbells are pressing all the way through and roughly to the top of our shoulders or the base of our chin. This is going to be stable for you so it doesn't rock around and it doesn't feel too awkward. If you don't feel confident doing this exercise, let me show you the substitute, which is going to be called the machine chest press, which you're seeing right now. This is still going to work those chest muscles as well as the back of the arms. But the first thing we need to do is set it up correctly. And as you can see, those handles need to be in line with the bottom of my chest, and this is not actually set correctly for me. So that's why I'm going to adjust the seat, and now you can see it is at the bottom of my chest. So now step on the pedal, and this is going to bring the handles forward so you don't have to stretch out. Organize your hand grip to be one thumb reach away from the end. Relax your shoulders in, press through, take your foot off, and now you can get ready for your first repetitions. We're still going 3 seconds on the way down as always to control and feel those muscles work, and then pressing as fast as we can to work the back of the arms as well as squeezing the chest muscles too. This is super effective to teach you how to get you stronger, but also super effective for your elbows and also the back of the arms. Now notice the angle that I changed here. We don't want to do the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock angles as I showed you with doing the dumbbell presses. The same applies when you do the machines. Keep the elbows somewhat close to the body, pressing through, and you're going to find a lot less joint strain and the muscles working so much more effectively to tone up the back of your arms instead. So now we're going to tone up the shoulders and also the back of the arms doing the dumbbell seated shoulder press. So first thing we're going to do is get our bench and organize it to be all the way upright like an L shape. We're going to change the angle of our arms like I'm showing you right now, and we call these the 45 degrees. When we're pressing through, we're going 3 seconds on the way down, big press all the way up, maintaining that angle, and notice how the dumbbells are on top of the base of my neck. This is once again going to be stable for you so you don't hurt yourself. Tempo 3 seconds down, 1 second gentle pause at the bottom, and we're going to keep pressing through, making sure that we can target the back of the arms and the shoulders effectively. So the next exercise that we're going to do is going to help you with that snatched waist and toned back. This is what it looks like, and we're going to be doing the wide grip lat pull down. When it starts with this exercise, it all starts with the setup as always. This is going to be the leg rest that helps you not fly off the fucking chair. So we make sure this is going all the way down, making sure it makes contact with our thighs, and we want it nice and close to our hips as well. Hand width is super important, and so we're going to go one thumb reach away from that groove and wrap around. Then we're going to go into our started seated position, and like I mentioned before, get as close as possible to the actual roller, nice and close to your hips so you have a nice full stretch at the top. And notice how we're getting full stretch here. We're going to lean back a little bit. We're going to then pull to the bottom of our chest, holding this for 1 second, 3 seconds on the way up, and full stretch at the top. Once again, we're going to lean slightly back. We're going to then pull into the bottom of our chest and repeat this cycle several times. And this is how we start to do this exercise effectively. I can't put more emphasis on where this bar is going to touch. It's going to touch the bottom of your chest to the middle of your chest like I'm showing you right now. And if you listen to this, this is going to taper your waist so much more as opposed to doing this in the gym looking like a complete fucking noob. Look, we're almost done now, ladies. What we're going to do is now target the back of our legs and our hamstrings using the Sling hamstring curl machine. I'm going to show you how to set this up. So first you've got this dial here which goes all the way up and down. We actually want this to go all the way down so you get full range of motion. To sort this out, click that button here and just pull forwards and all the way back. So this is going to affect your range of motion. From here, we've got this roller which is meant to sit on the back of your heels. Honestly, this is just supposed to be somewhere where it's comfortable and it doesn't roll up your legs. Now we're going to lie down, hold yourself nice and tight, press your hips into the cushion, and notice the tempo that we're working with right here. We're going all the way up and holding for 1 second, 3 seconds on the way down, and now you're going to feel these muscles really start to stretch and burn too. Keep pushing through. This exercise here is called the hamstring curl, and it targets the hamstrings to help your glutes look a lot more lifted and a lot more fuller and more toned too. So now that you know the base training program for the next 30 days that you're going to do this program 3 days per week. Ideally, you're going to do this on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But of course, if you can't, you can change it to any days of the week that you can actually complete this. In a perfect world, we would love for you to have some rest. At least 1 day's rest before you do the exercise again. That's why we have it on Monday, resting on Tuesday, and then completing the workout again on Wednesday before you rest on Thursday and complete it again on Friday. Now, if you're someone who would love to see some extra results, in the next video, I'm going to show you some pump sessions. And you're going to be doing these pump sessions on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We're having a complete rest day on Sunday. So if you want to know how you can get that extra results, toning your arms, building better glutes, and also feeling more confident, make sure you click the subscribe button so that you get notified when the next video comes out.